Diane in Denmark here. Welcome back to wonderful Copenhagen again. Very dull and rainy again this morning. Not at all like yesterday when we had sunshine, but never mind. I thought it was a while since we've had a wee chat here in my kitchen. So I thought we'd do a little question and answer session. And you can either use, we're going for the usual 15 minutes. I don't want to keep you more than 15 minutes with any of my videos because I am here to encourage you, to motivate you, to show you how to use the Flylady system, getting things done system. Well, I don't want to keep you here all day and you be watching videos instead of, getting things done. So that's why I always kind of set the timer. It's also to keep myself on track because I've got a life outside of YouTube as well. So anyway, if you can either use this video to fold laundry, tidy your office, or maybe you're on a break. Remember, set your timer as well if you're on a break. I've just actually painted my nails because I know I'm going to be sitting here for 15 minutes so I can get them dry. So a little question and answer session. I get lots of questions both on Instagram and on YouTube. I try and answer them as much as humanly possible with the time that I have available. If you have any specific questions about, the Flylady website, about the Flylady method of doing things, go to the Flylady website. There is tons of information there, but you know what I always say, set that timer before you go start looking for things because you'll get kind of sucked in. And I'm not the oracle, I don't have the answer to everything, but I get a lot of questions about Flylady system, life in Denmark, winter bathing. So anyway, let's just dive in. And as I say, if you want to work along while you're listening to me, because I'm not going to be showing you anything today, I'm not cleaning, I'm not decluttering like you saw me yesterday, so you can just sit back and relax, or you can do whatever you need to get done. So anyway, first question, which I'm getting a lot, is where can you buy the clothes that I'm wearing? Now I've been doing a series on decluttering my wardrobe, decluttering my closet. And if you've seen those videos, or if you've seen the pictures that I post on Instagram, I post every night, every afternoon what I'm wearing the next day. You will know that a lot of the things are, maybe 20 years old, maybe 25 years old. So I'm afraid I can't kind of give you specific information on each thing that I'm wearing. Like today, I made an outfit of a top that you saw me wearing in the 31 baby step videos from back in January. That was probably one of the last times I've worn it. And I've put it together today with a little waistcoat thing, which I've had for at least, let me see, it must be about 8 or 9 years. But I can tell you that when I do get new clothes, it's either from a charity shop, a thrift store, and if I actually do buy from a store, it's normally Zara. And you can go to Zara.com. They have, they cover most European countries and the States, maybe even Australia and New Zealand. I'm not sure, but those Zara clothes work for me, and that's what I've learnt over the years, that I don't shop at all different random shops now because the cut, the fit, the colours are not right for me, and I was thinking, why do I look bad in this? It's because the colours didn't fit me. It's not because I didn't fit them. It just wasn't built for me. Zara is built for me. I'm a pear shape, I'm a skinny pear, and that works for me. But anyway, just use what you have in your closet, and you can follow my little tips on the Building a Wardrobe series, where we're going to get into things like the basics and what kind of completer things that you need for your outfits. But anyway, that was about me and my clothes. I had a great question yesterday, and I've kind of covered it before. It was about when you have people coming to stay with you, when you have family staying, what do you do with your routines? Do you just carry on? Do you kind of relax and, or do you let everything just go to pot? And of course, it's a mixture of that. I've talked about it before. It was in the lead up to Christmas last year. You know, whenever we have family coming, when my family come to stay, they come for, you know, like a week at a time, and there's like anything between 4 and 8 adults, and that would kind of, you know, completely put me out of whack before when I was just starting with the Flylady system, because I wanted to do everything for the guests and be with them the whole time and do everything myself, you know, because I felt like, you know, if they were wanting to help out, it meant that I wasn't doing things, you know, well enough or good enough. And running around, you know, like a chicken with its head cut off, you know, trying to, you know, on the surface I'm trying to be calm, but underneath the water my little legs are going like that. And I realised you've really got to, you know, chill, relax a bit, think of some tasks that your guests can help you with, you know, things that you can delegate. Don't be afraid to delegate things, and delegate the tasks that you don't like. I mean, if you don't like setting the table, get the guests to help you to set the table, or unload the dishwasher, or you know, I've told you before, my mum's fantastic at making soup, so whenever mum and dad would come over, you know, I'd get my mum making soup. And my dad, God love him, he would hoover, you know, he could vacuum the whole day. So we just, you know, give him the hoover and let him rip with the hoover. Or, you know, he was an electrical engineer, so, you know, also I could just get him to check all the electrics. So get your family or friend, you know, guests helping, because people feel kind of also ill at ease if they're in your home and they feel like, you know, they kind of can't sit down anywhere and you're rushing around. So let them help. Plus, make sure that you continue with your routines. Now, I'm not saying, you know, you kind of go off and leave your guests and start doing plan and play Tuesday, you know, checking through your bank statements. But your basic routines, putting on a load of laundry, I mean, it takes a couple of minutes to put the laundry in and to fold the laundry. Maybe you can get them to help you, never know. Just keep those things ticking over, because your guests, listen here, your guests can quite easily amuse themselves for 5 or 10 minutes. You know, they're not going to think that you're a bad host or hostess because you're keeping the house running. So keep going with your routines. The other thing is that often, you know, especially if it's over, you know, Christmas or some kind of holiday, thing like Easter, I would feel that I had to sit up late with my guests. And now, you know, I'm quite, it's not like I'm going to bed at 9 o'clock at night, you know, with my book and my fluffy slippers, but, you know, I can say, you know what, I really need to get to bed because I have to be up tomorrow. The kids are on their normal schedule. So, you know, your guests will understand, appreciate that. So keep to your routines, but, you know, have fun with your guests. Don't let it take over your normal life, but, you know, have some fun with it. Right, on to the next one. Oh yeah, I had a great question. It was actually on one of the 31 baby step videos. Somebody asked, how long was it before I noticed a transformation, you know, in regard to the Flylady system? Now, I made a video a long time ago about that. I'll put a link to it about my Flylady story. You know, I was born organised at work. I've had a great career working for great men and in high positions. And at home, I just thought, you know, when I had kids, and I thought, oh, it must be easier to look after the house now that I'm at home all the time. It got even worse. So you can go and read my story there. But what I want to really get into your heads is that the thing that I've learned most about being a mentor, you know, I was a mentor at Flylady Premium. The thing that I discovered, and also by doing these YouTube videos, is that you are all trying to do too much. You're all trying to do the whole system and thinking it must all be in place before you can see results. That is not the case. I felt transformation with the Flylady system from day one. And it was that very fact that Marla, and I read the thing on the internet, and that Marla told me, what to do, because that's a thing that we've been missing. We've been missing somebody having a plan for this. And the Flylady system has it mapped out. Now, that's not to say that, everything is going to work for you and you've got to fit it to your life, but don't feel like you have to be doing the whole system exactly as it's written on the Flylady website in order to see results. And I've talked about this a lot when we did a challenge. I think it was back in May. Gosh, we've done a lot of challenges and virtual retreats and we've had a lot of fun. But I said to you, on the Flylady website, it'll say, your morning routine, or if you did the 31 baby steps, the videos with me, dress the shoes, shine the sink, get yourself ready for the next morning. You have to tweak the routines to suit you. And I did a whole week's worth of being consistent with the routines, if you need to focus on your morning routine or your evening routine. And it's just that fact of not worrying about what I'm doing or what the Flylady website says, but trust your instincts and tweak things to fit you. And that's why, I've always got my pom-poms and saying, give yourself a pat on the shoulder. We're just looking to make some kind of progress here. We're looking to go forward. And yes, we've all made the mistakes and we learn from our mistakes, but don't keep looking back, because we're not going that way. We're not going in that direction any longer. We've all made bad choices. I've made bad choices buying clothes that I shouldn't have bought, or buy food that I didn't use. But we're all absolved of guilt, and we're not going that way. We know that from now on we're making better choices. We've got a plan, and we just change that plan to suit us. So please feel free to go ahead. If you're doing the daily focus, that like today is anti-procrastination day, yesterday was plan and play, you feel free to move that around to suit your life. Don't feel like, oh well, it's not going to work for me, so I can't do it. Just change it around. I talked a lot with the ladies I was mentoring about, maybe you have plan and play day on a Wednesday, plus you have errand day on a Wednesday, because that suits you to do with your work schedule. So just change things around, but don't get caught up in having to do the plan as it is set out on the Flylady website. That's what I'm trying to help you to see, that I do 15 minutes, I did 15 minutes of detailed cleaning on Monday, and sometimes that's the only detailed cleaning I do in a week. I'm not doing 15 minutes of detailed cleaning every day and a mission, and my house isn't perfect, but it's good enough, and I can have visitors, and I've got my mojo back, I've got my lust for life back again. So anyway, that was about that. So you'll get great results if you just do something in the Flylady system. Just get started. And just, I know if you follow me on Instagram, and please come and join us for that. It's so motivating to see everybody's pictures. I post a picture of my shiny sink, and we've got the candles going. And I love seeing the pictures of your outfits, what you're wearing, that you've found a necklace that you were given by your mother or your daughter, and you've never. It's really, really inspiring. But you'll have seen my pictures of me winter bathing in the morning with my besties, and I've made a video about it. So if you're interested in this tradition that we have here in Denmark of winter bathing, it's skinny dipping. Yes, we are in the nude all year round. You can take a look at the video. Don't worry, you won't see me, you won't see us naked in it. But I get the questions every day of how long are we in the water, and are there other people there, and are we nude? And it's like saying, how long is a piece of string with regards to how long we're in the water? Because some days, there can be snow and ice, and you're walking down the bathing steps, holding onto the side so not to slide into the water. And those days we can, there we are, almost finished. Those days we can be in the water for, I don't know, 10 or 15 strokes. And then, you know, other days when it's really, really stormy and there are huge waves and the temperature at the moment is about 12 degrees Celsius, which is about 54 Fahrenheit. Those days we might just be in and out if there are huge waves, you know, because safety first. So I can't really say that there's no kind of set time. It just depends on the weather, safety precautions and how we're feeling that day. And the thing about the naked thing, and I don't know, you know, I'm a very, you know, I come from Scotland, and, you know, we didn't have communal changing rooms or anything like that. You know, when you got changed at school, you would always be kind of hiding, and, you know, I'm very, you know, modest like that. But I've learned to kind of go with the flow, and there, you know, you see ladies and gents down at the, you know, I swim in a bathing club in the winter, and, you know, you don't look at each other, you know, there's a kind of unwritten rule that you don't look at each other, but you keep an eye on each other because of the safety thing, you know, never swim on your own, always swim when there are other people around. And it's a very humbling experience to be there, and you can, you know, see ladies who are missing, you know, a breast due to surgery, or we are, you know, when it comes down to it, we are all the same. You know, we look different and we've got different shapes of bodies and different ages, but when I see those ladies who are like 80, 90 years old, every morning going into the cold sea, and also when there's snow and ice, I mean, hats off to that. I want to be one of those old ladies, you know, when I get that far. And they've got fantastic skin, very good for the skin, very toning, that cold water. But the nakedness thing, yeah, I don't know. Sometimes I think, do you all think that, you know, we're kind of depraved over here, and it's not kind of, doesn't go well with religious things? Because funnily enough, we sit in the ladies section at the moment, and next to us on, you know, we're sitting there on the benches, and next to us on the bench, me and my besties are there, we're all around 50 years old, is the minister, the pastor, the priest, our local priest. She's now retired, but she was the one who actually christened my daughter. It's the Lutheran church here, by the way, in Denmark. The state and the church are linked. All the church is financed by the state. We all pay church tax. And the minister, the retired pastor, she's there, you know, naked as the day God made her, plus two of the ladies who are church officers. So you'll need to tell me in the comments if you think we're all kind of depraved and whatever. But, you know, if it's good enough for the church minister, for the church pastor, you know, and I've got no problems with being naked either. And I can tell, as I said before, it's a very humbling thing, and I'm no longer kind of ashamed of my body, or, you know, I've had kids. I was always kind of worried about my body when I was younger, that I didn't look right, but, you know, now I just go with the flow, and, you know, there are more important things to worry about. So anyway, I'll wrap it up there for today. It is Anti-Procrastination Day, and one of the things that I need to do is they have changed our system here in Denmark with the radio. You know, they're phasing out FM radio and going over to DAB, not that kind of DAB, DAB radio, and our DAB radio no longer works with the new DAB radio system, so I need to figure out, check prices online and get myself a new radio, because I need to have music when I work. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. And if you don't know what the daily focus is, you know, the Anti-Procrastination Day, there's a playlist for that. I'll walk you through each day, but remember, and just adjust it to fit you. I'll put the playlist there. My meals are done. Have a great day today, and I shall see you very soon. So Diane in Denmark, We've got the candles going, life is good, and let's just celebrate everything we do, all right? Okay, live long and prosper.